So to do this question from Further Maths, you're given a row matrix, which is a bunch of letters, and a permutation matrix. Remember, permutation matrix, when you multiply like this together, it switches the order of your original matrix. Okay, so the shut will turn into something else. So what does x change if it's post multiplied by p? Okay, so what it means is post multiplied means you multiply it afterwards. So at the end. So if you multiply it, see what happens. Now, so you go row times column. So if I times row times column, what happens? You're going to get it. So if I multiply that with that, I get 0. Multiply that with that, I get h. So I'm going to get a h. And then if I multiply by the second column, I'm going to pick up the u. If I multiply by that, I'm going to pick up the t. If I multiply by this, I'm going to pick up the s. So it's going to be a HUTS. Okay, so what does change to? So it will be changed to this. Okay, for what value of n does this first equal x? Okay, so it basically means that I've got a mystery power that I need to raise n to be for it to equal back to x. Okay, meaning that we need to find the first value of n, which makes P the identity matrix, because the only matrix that when you multiply x by to give back x has to be the identity, has to be the equivalent of 1 in the matrix world, which is the identity. So what you're going to do is you're going to try different powers in your, so you're going to try different powers to see which one will give me back the identity matrix. Okay, because I know once it turns to the identity matrix, when I multiply by the x matrix, it will turn back, it will just be x, okay, so it doesn't do anything, essentially. So I'm going to try power 2. No, that's not the identity matrix. Power 3. That's not the identity matrix. Power 4. Can you see power 4 works? Because if I multiply that by itself 4 times, then we're going to get the identity. So your answer to part B would be n equals to 4. Okay. So hopefully that helps.